Hello! Hello! This is Jonas Reingold from Karmakanic, and you are watching Starkstrom, the Austrian rock and metal magazine. Enjoy!
Jonas.
Yes.
Yeah. Karmakanic
Yes.
is here again.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened in the meantime? The last record was, when was it? 2000 what?
16.
16.
Yeah.
So it's probably 8 years.
It's 8-9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, 9 years actually.
9 years,
yeah.
What happened?
A whole life almost happened. I started with Steve Hackett
Yeah.
from Genesis, 2017, and I've been simply busy doing that because he's playing a lot. And in the beginning, I was in the Flower Kings as well, but that after a while it didn't work out. So I had to choose: am I playing with Flower Kings or continuing with Steve Hackett? And yeah, I chose Steve Hackett because it's more business, it's better pay, better tours and everything. So yeah, that's what happened.
So there's no Flower Kings anymore.
Not for me, not since the last 2.5 years. We have no hard feelings, we're still friends,
Yeah.
everything is cool. I sat down with Roine and just, we looked at 2022, the year after, when touring started to come back again after COVID. And Hackett had 160 days on the road that
That's
year.
quite a lot. It's half the year, right?
Yeah, half year.
Almost.
And of course you don't play tours 6 months and that's it, and then you have you play 1.5 months, 2 weeks off, and so on. So you're spreading it out during the whole year. And of course there was no room. Okay, I have 2 weeks there, I have 1 week there. There we can tour with the Flower Kings. And so it was just a simple decision. No, I cannot do it.
Yeah, but you were around the founding members of the Flower Kings, right?
And not really. The band started 95.
Yeah. That's when most of you haven't been there.
Yeah.
Yet.
We are that old.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the band started 95. I joined 99. So they had done two albums before.
Okay. Yeah, but that's the band the people knew you from.
Yeah.
And then you started your own thing with Karmakanic.
Yes.
Because you get bored.
No, not really, not bored. I skipped Flower Kings the first dog years. As soon as they got a little bit better clubs and a little bit.
The third album.
Yeah. Then I joined. Okay, now it's time.
Make it or break it.
Yeah. No, the reason I did Karmakanic was, of course, not that I was bored. It was simply because I needed to write my own music, and I have a lot of music inside of me, and that was the start of the thing. I didn't plan anything. I just had a bunch of songs that we didn't put on the Flower Kings albums.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I doing with those? Let's record an album, and that was the start of Karmakanic. Yeah, it started out like that because I did a lot of heavy metal in the 90s. We had a writing collective in Malmö where I lived, and we worked closely with the studio. We just produced albums for the Japanese market. That's what we did. We had a band called Midnight Sun. I produced albums for a band called Jade, and we did tons of albums. And just shipped it to Japan because it was good business.
Yeah.
So
you buy everything.
Yeah, no. At that time, those times are over. But in the 90s, they were crazy for melodic metal, melodic hard rock. Bands like Yngwie Malmsteen, Rainbow, Dio. Was huge. They were huge in Japan, and so we ride on that wave somehow.
So you've been the songwriter in the back at some point as well.
I was both the artists at some records, but sometimes I was only the songwriter and the person in the back, making sure the project is moving on and so on. So I was heavily into the metal scene or hard rock scene when I started to write the first Karmakanic album, and I think that reflected to the music that ended up on the record in the end.
And but there's a new Karmakanic album. That's why we're here.
Yes,
so
it is.
Transmutation, it's called. So
yes.
A short preview about the concept behind the album. Is there any concept?
No, it's not really. It's not a lyrical concept. Each song stands for itself, but the main song, Transmutation, is called Transmutation. The title track of the album is the long song. It's 23 minutes.
And it almost sounds like a whole album.
Yes, well, yeah.
This one song already sounds like a whole album.
It's a long song, but I like to write long songs. And the lyrics is about transmutation. The undertitle of that, the constant change of everything. Because the world is in a constant flux. Everything is changing all the time in our bodies, in the structures.
In the White House.
Yeah, that is a big change. So it's just my reflection upon that, like how the world goes from something to something else, and all the time. If you go 40 million years back, of course the world looked very different, and if you go 10 billion years back, the planet Earth didn't.
Prog Rock.
There was no progress. We didn't had a globe even to live on. We didn't exist as a concept, and I think it's quite fascinating to think in terms of that, and think maybe 1-2 million years ahead. What life form in the universe? What will that be? Because mankind might not exist anymore.
We won't make it for long, I guess.
Seems. And to me, that always been fascinating, and it's just an ongoing process, and that is kind of the main topic of that song, But also it has other parts that reflects maybe more on humanity than this bigger concept. So, and the other songs, they stand for themselves, I think. There's one song called All That Glitter Is Not Gold. It's my observations from going at the U-Bahn here in Austria. You're sitting there. If you go there 8 in the morning, people are going to work. They are nicely dressed. They have ties and everything, and nice makeup, and girls has lips and durften and all that. And is it really that good?
Yeah.
So
if you go back in the evening, they look different.
And in the morning, or if you scratch the surface, maybe they are psychopaths. It's an interesting concept to watch people like that. And just because they look nice doesn't mean they are nice.
That's a thing you have to learn in life.
So that was
just a facade.
So that was the title for All That Glitter Is Not Gold. So you have to open the book to understand what it says. Don't judge the book by its cover.
No. Talking of Vienna, you moved to Vienna like almost 10 years ago?
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, back then it was because of love.
It was because of love.
But you're still here.
The
love is gone, but
the love is gone.
Why you stayed in Vienna? What's better than in Malmö?
First of all, I like Vienna as a city. I think it's a very livable city. The quality of life is great here, and of course, when you're breaking up from a relationship, everything is new again, like is transformed again. Transmutation once again, going from something to something else. And I thought just like, okay, I have my business here in Vienna. I had I'm paying my taxes here in Austria. And all that, and everything is.
Hope so.
Everything is set up.
So.
I'm officially here. And to break up that, why would I do that? Because I like it here, and I got a great apartment, like downtown Vienna, where we sit
where we are now.
at the moment, and it worked out good. The transition from one thing to another, and I thought, okay, I signed a 5-year contract here, and I give it 5 more years at least. So, because I'm on tour all the time, I just need a postal address to get from the
where the golden records are sent.
No, more from
the royalties,
the tax authorities and stuff. So I can be a part of society. Of course, I could live anywhere, Hawaii or Los Angeles or New York. Of course, New York is very expensive. And so on, and that's also a reason to live here, because I think it's not cheap, but compared to other big cities, Vienna you get good values for money here.
But you mentioned LA, where you have been I think 2 weeks ago. Sorry.
Yes.
And you were there just to make the final mix of the album.
Yes.
With a very famous producer.
Yes.
And it was just the night the fires broke out there, yeah?
Yes, I flew in on a Tuesday. The fire started, I think, Tuesday midday. In one area of Los Angeles, and I think I landed around 5-ish, 5:30 in the afternoon, late afternoon. And I could see the fires from my window where I saw the guy next to me. Oh, look at that! Oh, what? Yes, fire. We always get fire in LA, so we didn't think much about that. It was just a normal fire, but it turned into a catastrophe in the end. And of course, I didn't know that, and it was a perfect timing for me to fly in to LA. I call myself like master of disaster, because everywhere I go there will be something like.
So by the time you left, it was total mayhem.
yeah. It always will be something. I was in New York City when the towers fell.
Really?
Yes. I was there. It was a big volcano in Mexico that has been asleep for 250 years.
Okay.
The day I left,
maybe we have a red line.
I don't know. Master of disaster. When I left, I saw from the airplane in Mexico the volcano was erupting, and what is going on?
Okay.
So
be careful. Might be something happening.
It's weird, but it was a great week I had in LA, because we also did some great music. I had the chance to work with Chris Lord-Alge, a 5-time Grammy-nominated producing guy. Been in the business for ages, done thousands and thousands of albums. Everything from Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA" to Tina Turner, "What Love Got to Do with It." He did all the Muse albums. He did Guns N' Roses, "Use Your Illusions," and so many. Carrie Underwood, modern stuff like Harry Styles. He's just been Pink. He's just been in the business forever. For me to be able to finish in style like that was just a bliss, I think.
You did a part of it were mixed in the Radisson Hotel room 335 in Leipzig.
Not mixed, recorded.
Okay.
We recorded some nylon guitar with STEVE HACKETT.
And it was really in that hotel room.
Yes, it was, honestly, I swear to God. 335 is the guitar room. That's because there's a Gibson model is called 335. So we musicians, I'm in the guitar room. And of course, we had to record in the guitar room of this hotel. And that's what it is to be touring musicians. If you want to record albums, you have to move on. You cannot wait till you have a fancy studio. I bring always my laptop, audio interface, a microphone, and a few cables. And then, you treat the room the best you can. Maybe put up a blanket if you have reflecting areas in the room, and put the mic in the right position, and it worked. It worked.
Okay. So you still write lots of things on the road? Because it's the only way. Because you aren't here for half the year. So.
No, that's the only way push the production forward. You know, you have to do that. Otherwise, nothing happens. Because we play the gig. You know, the gig is 2-3 hours a day, and then we have off days, and then so you have many spare hours. And instead of going to the bar, you can actually spend some time with your music.
You can use it creatively.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are talking about Steve Hackett.
Yes.
Who is, of course, the famous original guitar player in the original Genesis, or was.
Yes.
You're doing lots of Genesis shows with him, playing old albums like what was the last one?
We have
Selling in England by the pound. Or?
We have done Selling England by the pound. So now he's in that age, so we can celebrate 50 years anniversary.
Yeah.
So we have done Selling England by the pound. We did Foxtrot, and
Land Lies Down on Broadway.
Lab Lies Down on Broadway was the recent one.
Yeah.
So we're still touring that this year out. So and that's quite cool to celebrate 50 years as an artist.
Lots of them are getting, I think the Pink Floyd albums and everything. But he's also on your album because there's lots of musicians on this album. They just came and went in the studio, so you can say it like that.
Yeah.
Right? So who's among them? I mean, there's Andy Tillison of the Tangent.
Yeah.
There's Steve Hackett. There is Nick DiVigilio.
Yes.
You have like Simon Phillips as a drummer as well.
And Craig Blundell is playing drums, and then we have like Luke Machin from the Tangent, Thomas Bodin from the Flower Kings, Lalle Larsson, who's been with me for a long time. Göran Edman is also singing a little bit on one track. Rob Townsend from Steve Hackett Band, Roger King from the Hackett Band.
Randy McStein also.
Yeah, my old buddy Sven Sinski, who played in a melodic hard rock band called Bad Habit. He's playing a little bit of guitar. Yeah, it's a lot of players, and I like that. I see Karmakanic as a collective, like a pool of musicians that I'm trying to like pick the right one for the right moment.
Yeah.
So if I know that he has a great blues feel, then I call him.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And Randy McStein, for example, is a great like overall guitar player, of course, but fantastic playing like 12-string guitar. Okay, he's doing that. I have a buddy in Sweden called Jan-Olof Jonsson, playing all the Western 6-string guitars, mostly. I play a little bit as well. And he's great doing that, okay. And Steve Hackett is great playing nylon, and so you have your players.
But when I listened to the album the first time, it still sounded like a band. It's not like a collective or just like coming and going of big names. It sounds like a band. So you figured it quite out to make it sound homogeneous and like one piece.
I think one factor in that is that it's mixed by the same guy, and we did it in the same time. We didn't take any breaks. We had those days. We had a week. We mix it, blah blah blah, and also my choice when I record, how I shape the sound during the recording. So if I put up a mic, it's the same mic, and I kind of tweak the sound a little bit so it sounds like the other guitars, for example. Even though it's two different guitar players, the individual tone you can never, of course, change, but you can change the frequencies so they kind of fit compared to the song
like
before.
The fine tuning.
Yeah. For me, it's been a long time dream to record with Simon Phillips, for real. We've been on one track before on a Steve Hackett song, like 5-6 years ago, together. But this is the first time I work with him really like that. And of course, I've listened to him even since the days of Judas Priest, and everything he's done. 17 years with Toto, and so for me,
quite a household name.
Yeah, he's been like my top 3 dream drummers, always.
So in a way, it's a dream come true.
Yes, it absolutely. And it's just coincidence as always. We played on the Cruise to the Edge, this big boat that sails out of Miami.
And to the edge.
Yeah, yeah, to the
maybe
edge.
over it.
This is a long time going festival. There's like 35 bands, and he was on the bill last year, and he came backstage after our set with Steve Hackett, and just had a chance to talk to him. And I said, listen, Simon, I have a serious proposal to you. Can we have a coffee tomorrow after breakfast or something? I want to talk seriously with you. And he said, yeah, sure, I'm on the boat, let's meet.
Let's have a serious coffee.
Yeah, because I didn't know what his budget is to do a record. Maybe he'd say like I want $50,000. Okay, see you, nice. But he was reasonable, and he wanted to do it, and I sent him the songs, and okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on how many songs is he?
He's on half of the album, I would say. 4 songs. 4 songs sounds little, but he plays a long track that is 10 minutes. Another one is like 7. We're already 17 minutes, half of the record almost.
Might have been funny to do the long tracks with all the drummers.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah,
switching.
No, on the long track we have Nick de Virgilio who plays the long track, and I recorded him.
Also very famous.
Yeah, very famous. He plays in Mr. Big nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's also the reason I could record him, because Mr. Big was playing in Frankfurt and he had a day off before the gig. So, okay, Nick, and my girlfriend is from the Frankfurt area. So I said to him, yeah, I will be there. I will find a studio and we record this song. Yeah, sure, I have a day off. So it was good for him, good for me.
Yeah, all falls into place.
Yeah.
But we don't have to fear that you go into Frankfurt for love this time.
No,
just stay here.
Yeah, at least for the upcoming 3 years, 3.5 years. So no, I like it here. So it's cool. Yeah,
it's nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
We are friends for now, like almost the time you've been here, like almost 10 years. Yeah, and
we talked. I remember I lived on the other side of the canal.
We talked. We did an interview like 2018ish, 17. When the last Karmakanic came out.
I think it was even
with
2000.
With this long track.
I think it was probably 2015.
Yeah, something like that.
That's how crazy it is.
Something like that. Yeah. We're still here. So, talking about Karmakanic.
Yeah, the same things. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
There we have no transmutations. Well, the music hopefully changed a little bit.
Yeah. So check it out. Karmakanic, Transmutations. I hope you like it. Yep. Any final words you want to say to the audience out there?
Yeah.
It's not. You can have your 15 seconds or anywhere of fame.
No, if you like this kind of music, you pick up the album. It will be out in all online stores, Amazon, and whatever outlets it's out there. The 7th of March. The record name is Transmutation. Yeah.
So see you out there on the road with Steve Hackett, maybe. Maybe with Karmakanic at some point. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Playing down in the Fußgängerzone. Guitar.
Cool talking to you, man.
Yeah. Nice to be here. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Cool.